Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is all about eyeshadows. Now today's video is actually going to be a comparison between Makeup Geek pressed powders and Colourpop pressed powders. So in my wonderful Z palette here, I actually have 8 of their pressed powders, and we'll go over those individually and swatch them. And then this is actually one of Sephora's double-sided Z palettes. So on the back side we have 10 Colourpop eyeshadows, and these are their pressed powders. Now with the Makeup Geeks, well, they actually have several different finishes. So some of these are metallics, and then some of these are more like the matte. But these right here, these 6, if I can actually pull it up here, these 6 right here are actually their normal eyeshadows, and then these 2 right here are their foiled. And let's jump right in. So I am actually going to do the 2 foiled last because they're my favorite, and you're going to see why here in a minute. So the first one is by Makeup Geek, and it is Mai Tai. And this one is more of like a pink coral. I don't even know if I can really pick up. It looks more like orange on the camera. I'm gonna see if I can get it to show up on camera. It's right here. And then the next one is FairyTale. And this one's more of just like a matte purple. And when I say matte purple, I mean it's very matte. But it's very pretty. And I'm sorry, my swatches are horrible. And this one I simply got because it was being discontinued. It is called Rockstar, and like a mix between a silver and a white, and that's what it looks like on the middle finger, and then that's what it looks like swatched. So it is pretty. It's not one that I reach for a whole lot, but I do like the discontinued colors. So that's primarily why I chose that one. And then this one is called Blacklight, and it was one of their duochromes. So I don't know if I can pick it up on the camera, but it's like a really light purple, but it's got like a greenish blue undertone to it. It's so pretty. What it looks like. And I don't know how well I can pick this up in the camera, but it's this one right here. So you can see how it's kind of like almost 2 different colors. That's the duochrome in it. And it's super pretty. And then the next one is called Phantom. And this one is like a white and pink duochrome, I believe, at certain times, but then you can see like the pink undertone to it. Let me see if I can get it to show up on the camera. I just dropped it upside down. I'm gonna break them. Alright, so that's right there. You can see it's definitely got some pink. And then this last one before we get into the foils is, I'm gonna mispronounce this, I do it every time, Havoc. I always have to say wreak havoc to get it right. First time I read this, I read it Havoc, and I've been saying Havoc ever since. I don't understand why. But it's Havoc, and it's a duochrome. And this one's very similar to Lounge from Urban Decay, where it has like the green look to it, but it's really like a reddish brown underneath. Like, I don't know if you can see like right there, how it looks like a reddish brown. That's the duochrome part to it. So, but it is very, very similar to Lounge. If you guys have ever used that or seen that one, they're almost alike. Lounge, however, on me gets a little more reddish brown, whereas Havoc actually, yeah, said it right that time, actually stays a little more green, still not as green as I would like. I actually have to mix two palettes together to get the green that I want, but you can see it is really, really pretty, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about with it turning like reddish brown on me. You can see the green. I have to like turn my arm. You can see the green when I move certain ways, but for the most part, it's that reddish brown. I cannot get this one or Lounge. They both do the same thing to me. I cannot get either one of them to show up as actual the green that it shows whenever it's just the product. It always turns into that red, brown, terracotta looking color. I don't get it. But you never know. Next step is to try it wet, so we'll see. So the two foils that I got were Mesmerized, which is like a gorgeous darker brown, and then Grandstand, which every time I see somebody's Z palette full of mug eyeshadows, they always have Grandstand. So that was one of the reasons why I got that one. I did a lot of Pinteresting and Instagramming when I was looking to see what actual shades I wanted to get. This one is Mesmerized, and then this one's Grandstand. So these were two of the ones that just everybody always had. And I mean, once I actually swatched them the first time, I saw why. So it's going to be really hard to pick it up here. So this first one is Mesmerized, and then this one's Grandstand. And you can see, like, they are so pigmented. That was one swipe. Not even going back and forth over it. That was just one swipe down my arm. And you can see I still have product left on my finger. But, I mean, you can see, like, okay, maybe you can't see, but you can see, like, the colors themselves are just beautiful. And they are very, very buildable, very soft. And one thing that I've ran across with other pressed powders is it's very, very coarse. So when you go to like put your brush in and you're actually putting it on, it almost hurts. These don't do that. These are so super soft. It's very, very pleasant to work with. And then the color payout, which hopefully is showing up for you guys, is just awesome. Very, very pigmented. Now the others, my Colourpop on this side, are very much a different shade range. So you can see these, I've really gone the more pinks and reds side as opposed to my Makeup Geek side, where it's just kind of random whatever, just my fun ones. This is what we've got for the Colourpop ones. So for these, there is also a couple specials as well. Actually, there might only be one. Take that back, there might only be one. So the pressed powder that we have from Colourpop is Take a Break. And this one is like a metallic, kind of a peach gold, almost like the Opera highlighter that came in my BoxyCharm for May. It's a very, very peach gold color. I don't know where to swatch this. You can see it. It's that color right here. It's just super shiny on my hand. is very, very pretty. And very pigmented because I still have product left on my finger. And then the next one is Secrets. There we go. And Secrets is just more of a matte pink. And I just wanted a pink to kind of go under these as like a base color, so it's very much just like a light matte pink. Nothing too fancy. You can see it right there. Just a nice base coat to work with. And then the next one is Soft Core. And most of these are new ones that they've just recently came out with. There are some that are a little older than others, but for the most part they're all pretty brand new. Now Soft Core is more of like I want to say like a dark peach, like right there. Like, I mean, it's really pretty, really pretty. It's actually one of the ones I'm wearing today in my crease. But it's very, very blendable, very soft. And all of these, I got them on sale when they were doing a special on Colourpop.com. But they typically are, I want to say 5 to 10, depending on what kind you get. And then, of course, definitely stay tuned because I am going to be having a video coming up that are my Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. And I think I have 10, like 14 or 15 of them now. So I've got a nice little collection going. So I'm going to actually swatch all those for you as well. And those are about $5-6 a piece. And the color payoff on them, it tops even their pressed powders. Like, they're amazing and they stay. Even when I was like swatching them when I first got them, just to kind of make sure that they're the colors I like and whatnot, like they stayed on my arms for another day and a half after showers. So it's crazy. But definitely stay tuned for that video. Now back to the pressed powders. The next one is Savage, and this one's just a kind of a dark mauve pink. And this one does have a bit of shimmer to it. It's got kind of like an orange undertone, like a duochrome with like a mauve pink and an orange. I don't know if I can really get it to pick up. It is on this finger. I have a bad habit of putting it on my middle finger. And then, I don't know, we can kind of pick it up on the camera. It is this top one right here. So it is a really, really pretty color. This one I actually wore over this one in my crease. So it was these two in my crease. The next one is one that I got because I am trying to step a little outside my comfort zone and just kind of try other things. I did end up getting one that's a dark pinkish red that I would never normally have gotten. But I have been watching people use like the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and that one's got a color that's very, very similar to this. And so I've been watching how people have been blending that one out. So of course I figure I might as well try it with an eyeshadow that's way cheaper. So this one is Poodle. And as you can see, compared to my other eyeshadows, this is way, way, way dark. And so this is one that I'm experimenting with and really learning how to use because it is wowzer. And I'll swatch this one right here. Yeah, it's so dark. Like, this one makes me nervous to use. Just because I'm afraid I'm going to have like that perfect makeup day and I'm going to be like, oh, let's add some Poodle in there for just a kick of color, and I'm going to destroy my whole look. Because I mean, it's almost like a dark blush. Like, it's very, very, very bright. But it's this one right here. Can't miss it. This one is Pebbles, which is a little lighter than Poodle. And this one has a bit of a shimmer to it. but it's still really pretty. It's not quite as dark. And you can see kind of when I put them side by side, there is a bit of a color difference. Like, let's see if I can read this right. This one right here is Poodle, and this one right here is Pebbles. So it's a little bit different. And actually, Pebbles almost looks darker when I do it like that, but in all actuality, Poodle is much darker. And then I did get kind of a neutral. This one is Labyrinth, which is just kind of a neutral taupey brown. Taupey. And this one is a matte shade, so it's just kind of as a basis for the others to go off of. Again, with the middle finger. And it's this one right here. So just kind of really basic neutral color. And I should not be wiping this on my pants. I should not. I have Ringer, which is a metallic one. And it almost feels like a cream to powder when you like rub it in the pan. I don't know, it's weird. It doesn't have quite the same consistency feeling as the others. But Ringer is gorgeous. I use it mainly like underneath my eyebrows, like my brow bone, and like the inner corners of my eye, because it's this one right here. It's super, super pretty. And then the last two are two of my favorites. This one is Come and Get It, which is another one that I was seeing in everybody's Z palette. So I picked that one up. And it's like a metallic copper brown. Super, super pretty. And I think you'll be able to pick this up. Like, it's very metallic. And we're gonna swatch this one down here at the bottom. And let's see if we can pick it up on the camera. It's this one right down here, like all across the bottom. Like, it's just so pretty, so metallic-y. I love it. And then the last one is High Strung. That one's also like a metallic. This one's just more of like a darker copper brown. So beautifully. That's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And we're actually going to do that one right underneath. And you can see that one right here is High Strung. Like, it's just so pigmented and so colorful. I love it. And I mean, that's only, I did rub it back. I rubbed it across and then I rubbed it back. So it's not just one swatch, but it does come out like that in just one. It's just beautiful. So, I mean, you can see the color variance in like these being my Colourpop and then these being my Makeup Geek with my more fun random ones down here. Like my purple one that I have in here that I don't really wear purple anymore. I used to wear it all the time when I was like in junior high and high school. Purple was my color. That and like copper brown. Those were my go-tos. But I did end up making sure I didn't have the same kind where I was having to choose between which brand instead of just kind of mixing it up and trying different brands themselves. So overall, these both, I got powder all over my Z palette. These both just amazing, amazing eyeshadows. I can't say enough about them. I love the fact that they're much more affordable, especially the Colourpop. If you haven't tried Colourpop yet, I highly recommend it. I have these, and then I have, like I was saying earlier, the Super Shock Shadows. And then I have a whole bunch of their matte and their ultra satin lips. I'm just loving that brand right now. Absolutely love it. So definitely recommend picking these up. They were doing some specials on their website Also, you might check out Sephora's website depending on how soon this video goes up. They did have a special on this particular Z palette being double-sided, which, let's see if I can show you this without dropping it. It literally is double-sided. It's amazing. It's my favorite Z palette. I do also have the pink one from Ulta, which this one cost me $20. This one, the reason why I say depending on when this video goes up, they were having a sale and it was $22.50. Normally like a $45 palette. So let's see, $20, $22.50. Not much of a hard decision there, but as far as comparison versus themselves, I definitely would say Colourpop wins in my book, only because they are slightly cheaper. However, that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the Makeup Geek. It just means that basically it came down to price being what determined the difference between them. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to subscribe, so you definitely are in tune with the new videos coming out. Again, there's going to be multiple unboxings. There's going to be this. There might also be some surprises coming up. So definitely stay tuned. And until next time, thank you for watching.